Welcome to the Kerri Lane Show. I'm Kerri Lane. I've uncovered some explosive new details. Wait until you hear the newly discovered audio recording of Kilmar Abrego Garcia's wife. And I have police body cam video that was just released. This destroys the Democrats' defense of the Maryland man. Plus, more federal judges are going rogue. Wait until you hear their latest rulings. Then China might finally be blinking. Are they begging for a deal? I've got the inside scoop. Now, before we jump in, a quick heads up. I've been hearing from a lot of you that recent episodes are not showing up in your feeds. So what you need to do is make sure you hit that notification bell. That way, every time we drop a new video, you get an alert. And while you're here, please like and share the video. It does help me get the truth out and really supports the show. I am always grateful for all of you. All right, let's get into it. Judges are at it again, fighting the Trump administration at every turn. First up, Judge Jessica Hedges, who is on the left of your screen, she released 19-year-old Owen McIntyre on the right from federal custody after being accused of firebombing a Tesla dealership in Kansas City. Now, McIntyre's attorney argued he should be released for serious and ongoing medical needs. Those serious and ongoing medical needs is gender-affirming care.
This is unprecedented. This person is clearly a danger to the community, as evidenced by throwing 2 Molotov cocktails and destroying 2 Tesla Cybertrucks and 2 charging stations. This person would have destroyed more, but one of the Molotov cocktails didn't go off, and this judge is letting this person out. This is outrageous.
Then there's a Soros-backed DA, Mary Moriarty, who let Minnesota State employee Dylan Adams off the hook after he allegedly did $20,000 worth of damage to multiple Teslas. Watch this.
I had a conversation with somebody who wanted to know why we made this decision. And I said, this is how we handle first-time low-level property cases. Should we have treated this gentleman differently because it's become a political issue?
Nobody's asking you to treat them differently. Just treat them the same way Democrat prosecutors and judges treated Trump supporters when they were accused of trespassing and taking selfies at the Capitol. They weren't let out of pretrial detention. But if you're on the left throwing a Molotov cocktail, it's totally okay. Meantime, President Trump has taken a bold stand against sanctuary cities, signing an executive order that threatens to cut off federal funding to jurisdictions that defy immigration enforcement. But the story doesn't end there. A reporter pressed Tom Homan asking why not go even further and arrest public officials who shield illegal immigrants. Listen closely to his response.
Wait to see what's coming.
Yeah. And, well, real quick, your comments on the Wisconsin governor sending directives to state agencies to not comply with ICE and actually stop your deportation efforts.
Wait to see what's coming.
Any updates on the
I remember what I said. You cannot support what we're doing. And you can support sanctuary cities. That's what you want to do. But if you cross that line of impediment or knowingly harboring, concealing illegal alien, that is a felony. And we're treated as such.
This is a clear warning to state and local leaders who refuse to cooperate with ICE. I knew this administration was not going to play softball, but this is a whole new level. Now let's talk about a judge who's standing in the way. Judge Fernando Rodriguez, a federal judge in Texas, recently blocked Trump's use of the Alien Enemies Act to deport foreign gang members. Instead, he insists the administration must rely on standard immigration laws, even when dealing with organized criminal threats. If we go to page 34 of that ruling, he wrote in part, quote, "The proclamation does not describe an armed group of individuals entering the United States as an organized unit to attack a city, coastal town, or other defined geographical area with the purpose of plundering or destroying property and lives." How about the TDA gang in Colorado that occupied an entire apartment complex? They were armed, organized, and terrorizing residents. That doesn't qualify as a domestic invasion? Where's the concern for the law-abiding Americans forced to live next door to this chaos? We will see if the courts choose to overturn this district judge. Something else outrageous, the ongoing fight by Democrats like Senator Chris Van Hollen and Chuck Schumer to bring back Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Well, while they were holding this press conference, damning evidence was released against Abrego Garcia. Before we get to that, here's his wife at a recent rally.
The highest court in the nation ruled that Kilmar should be returned home. So why are they still waiting? Enough is enough.
I don't buy those tears for 1 second, especially now that an audio recording has surfaced from a court hearing where she sought a protective order against Abrego Garcia. Listen to what she told the judge.
I opened the door and I was like, help. And then when he heard me, like, he grabbed me from my hair and then he slapped me. And then the neighbor, like, he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to react. I have pictures of the evidence, like all the bruises, because it's not, even on Wednesday, he hit me like around like 3 in the morning. He would just wake up and like hit me. And then last Saturday for my daughter's birthday party, before I went to my daughter's birthday party, he slapped me 3 times. And then last week I did call the police. My sister called the police because he hit me in front of my sister.
Now here's the actual court filing. Vasquez accused Abrego Garcia of kicking, slapping, and threatening her life. According to the order, Vasquez states that he told her ex-mother-in-law, "If I kill her, no one will do anything to me." I also found this court document from 2018 that was filed by Jennifer Vasquez's ex-husband. He writes in the filing for custody that he fears for his kids' lives because she is dating a gang member. And let's not forget about the protective order Vasquez also filed in May of 2021, where she claimed that Abrego Garcia again punched, scratched, bruised, and even ripped off articles of her clothing. And now check out this newly released body cam video from back in 2022 when Abrego Garcia was stopped in Tennessee and suspected of human trafficking.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Good, and you?
All right.
Everything good?
You got a bunch of people in here, don't you?
It's 1 for sick. Yes. Go back to work.
Gotcha. Where are you working at?
Where?
Where?
San Luis, Missouri.
Missouri?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I'm from Maryland.
Okay. So where do y'all live at?
Where I live in? I live in Maryland.
Maryland?
Yeah, Oxon.
Whose vehicle is it?
What, excuse me?
Whose car is it?
It's to my boss.
Your boss?
My boss, yeah.
You know what you got, right?
Huh?
You know what you got here, right?
No.
He's hauling these people for money, is what he's doing. But sometimes they commingle dope and
No. But
he,
did you see how squatted back in there?
there's 8 people in there.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that. They put an extra row of seats in there.
Yeah. So he's getting paid to haul these people, probably to Maryland, I would say.
In case you don't know how this story ends, when local police contacted Biden's FBI, they were told to just issue a citation and let them all go. This while he was driving without a license, on a terrorist watch list, possible human trafficking, and the car he's driving that he said his boss owned, he is a convicted human smuggler. This is the kind of person Democrats are defending. It is beyond comprehension. And when a Daily Caller reporter tried to ask Congresswoman Omar about this, she made this offensive statement.
Congresswoman Omar, I'm Miles Morrell with the Daily Caller News Foundation. Do you think more of your Democratic colleagues should be traveling to El Salvador to advocate on behalf of Abrego Garcia?
I think you should. Yeah, that's
I'm sorry, what? Congresswoman? Who should?
you.
See, when politicians respond to accountability with hostility, it's not just unprofessional. It reveals a deeper disregard for the public that they're supposed to represent. All right, let's move to something else. Here's an update on China. So many of you, I'm sure, have felt uneasy over Trump's handling of tariffs, especially on China. However, it looks like playing hardball might actually be paying off.
Look, this is hurting the Chinese economy. People forget that the factories where all these shoes and shirts and clothing and all that stuff that comes from China, those are all Chinese jobs. Can we reach some sort of short-term accommodation with them? That's what they want. I mean, the Chinese are reaching out. They want to meet. They want to talk. We've got people involved in that. Obviously, our Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, is involved in those efforts, and their talks will come up soon.
So I'm going to continue to watch for developments on that front and keep you posted. Meantime, something else Secretary of State and now interim National Security Advisor Marco Rubio addressed was where the peace talks stand right now between Russia and Ukraine.
I think we know where Ukraine is, and we know where Russia is right now and where Putin is. They're still far apart. They're closer, but they're still far apart. And it's going to take a real breakthrough here very soon to make this possible, or I think the president is going to have to make a decision about how much more time we're going to dedicate to this.
That's clearly not the outcome that President Trump is hoping for, or anyone really for that matter. But if he walks away from the table, it might finally force real action and end the needless suffering. Now, if you thought today was wild, wait until you hear the scandal behind the congressman trying to impeach Trump. Plus, Tom Homan turns the tables on the media, and Michelle Obama's reportedly losing sleep over deportations. I break it all down in the next video. Click over, and I'll see you there.